Ships at Sea is unlike either of the previous two titles, and yet it's also very similar. So here are my top 10 tips to get you started. The tutorial. As it is at the moment, it simply introduces you to the rowboat and shows you some of the cool new stuff that you can do in this game. I suppose it is worth doing, but tip number 1 is you can of course skip it entirely. Don't worry, you'll still get 50k to start and you're not going to miss very much at all. Sadly, the rowboat never really becomes useful beyond the tutorial. I even rowed 3 kilometers once in order to drop off a delivery, and they refused to let me dock there. Your first delivery boat in its default state will be slow and not very economic. Thankfully, Ships at Sea has upgrades. The best upgrade to start with is the prop. Buy the best one you can, if you can. It will give you 2 times the speed and not affect your fuel usage, so effectively, you've doubled your max distance and your speed for cheap. To start off, your best bet is to grab all 3 of the small delivery jobs, which are all under 0.5 nautical miles. These 3 can be delivered very quickly and net you approximately 60k, minus fuel of course. Longline fishing is by far the most profitable moneymaker in the beginning of the game. You can buy the Flippy pretty quick with just a few delivery runs, but to upgrade her fully will take a lot more money. Unless of course you grab a few loans. You can easily earn 300,000 per fish, so you can pay back any loans you take out rather quickly. Some delivery locations and all of the fishing locations are beyond the range of your default boat, so even with the prop upgrade you won't make it. Make sure you use the fuel economy perk upgrade early. Level 3 is worth 30% of your fuel. If you want to reach the absolute furthest and best locations on the map, you're going to need more fuel. So expand your internal fuel capacity when you can afford it. It's not cheap. Regardless of how you decide to start the game, nip into the shop and make sure that you have the following things: a jig, a hook and a pair of binoculars. Only do this though when you have a few grand spare to buy them. Insurance is a must. Honestly, with the weather and wave conditions as they are, just buy some insurance. Recovery cover. Now this is especially cost effective when you're starting out fishing. The chances are you won't be able to make it all the way back, so buy 5 free recoveries for the price of 1. For this last tip, I will chuck in a few minor tips. Steer into or away from the big waves. If you hit them side on, you will likely flip your boat upside down. In early access though, boats don't sink exactly, at least not yet, so you can still drive them back to the base without any damage at all. So they don't sink, but if they take too much damage, they do vanish and you'll have to buy a new one. So make sure that you repair your ships at every opportunity. It's quite cheap to do so. Long delivery jobs are good for XP, but they are not good for cash, so bear that in mind if you're ever going to take one on. The mechanic perk allows you to repair 10% of your hull whilst you're at sea, and you can also fix electrical issues too. I'm going to throw in a final tip here. Be patient with the game. It's a fantastic, potentially fantastic game, but it will take time to fully develop it to be as good as it possibly can be. And also join the Ships at Sea Discord and make sure that they know what you want to see in the game and what you don't. Otherwise, we're going to end up with another boring arcade game. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and leave me a comment if you've got any tips of your own. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.